Hold on, don't even do that yet.
I was just looking.
It fits, I already checked. 9:30 and it is time to work. Let's work on this Honda. I don't even know why I'm talking like this. Let's keep going with the energy, right? All right, Hector. So this guy has some shit he wants to do. He really wants to put on this piece that needs to go on the car. What we could call it, applique, trim. So he's in a hurry to do that. So we could get him doing that here in a second. We got to realign this bumper, fix this shit, and then work on this nasty goober of a front end that I don't know how successful it's gonna come out. So we'll go through it, and if we fail together. So before I start jobs like this one, I like to kind of build up a game plan in my head of the plan of attack that I'm gonna do. Super stretch, super tight. Super stretch, super tight. So if we move this too much, the metal's not gonna wanna fill in. Same with this side over here. So you kind of have to do it together. We're gonna do some R9. We're gonna remove the liner. We're gonna remove all of this, just to make sure that we have great access for the repair, set ourselves up for success. All right, Hector, since you want to do something so bad, you're up.
All right. Nice and easy. It literally just pops in. Might sit on the outside though a little bit. No, it just sits on there. Done.
Want to do the bumper now too, since you're here?
Not really. Bro, what the fuck?
There you go, now you can reach your hand back there.
Nah, my hands are too big. Got too much meat.
So we're gonna take the bumper off now?
Yeah, next step in the process is whole bumper. Yeah, this has been telltale signs of it's been with before. The usual mount, like bumper mounting screw, and they just added a second one. This is always fun when you find stuff like this, because that means it's going to be extremely difficult to put back on. So we just got to hope that everything lines up the way it should. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I guess maybe the whole grill. 4 more and we should have it off. Real nice and easy. Got some more hidden stuff. Yep. All right, well now we just got some wires. One more on that side. All right. As you can see, the whole bottom third of this bumper is f***ed off.
These. Just gonna go and take that bottom piece off here. And then these. What?
Then,
Like we gotta take it all apart and then snap everything back together.
sweet. Okay, we can multitask from here then.
So I'm over here just taking off the liner now that we got the bumper off. And the reason we take the liner off is so we can get full access to the back of the panel on this hood. Because how we do PDRs, we don't come from the front all the time, we come from the back side as well.
Ooh.
I know, like most guys, right? Or like some guys. So this also has previous tall tale signs of someone else working on the hood. You can see this is all wallowed out right here. There's a tool that is made to fix that. So whenever we're done, I'll show you my special tool that helps fix those little wrinkled areas. So it looks like nobody ever worked on it. Don't worry guys, we got extras. What makes us a little different than your ordinary PDR shop in Houston is one, you can see what we're doing with the bumper. Also replacing parts and fixing dents at the same time. A little bit of a mixture of a body shop and a PDR shop put together. So if you need any of our services and what other people don't offer, look no further. Just the Dent is here. Where's your bat logo at, Hector? Bat logo. I said, look no further, Just the Dent is here. Bat logo. Oh, that one got me right in the forehead. Right there. This is gonna be a red mark. This is where I'm gonna need a prayer and some good fortune wished upon me right now. This shit is gonna be tough. It's all about setting yourself up for success though. Because if you just rush it, you're gonna mess something up. So slower is faster. The hood, so like the striker on the hood and then the hood latch right here. Just easy peasy, hold it in nice and steady. Wipe the panel down, make sure we can see everything nice and clear. Same as the bumper, we gotta get the heat gun set up for this thing. I'm gonna want this sucker like the 180 as well. All right, we can do this. So with aluminum, it's tough to move. It's really stout. The second, this dent is super, super sharp. So we don't wanna just go in with a sharp tool. We need to find a way to move a lot of metal clean. So my idea is I want to use my executioner tools here, try to roll out that dent nice and clean, or get a tight access tool with some rubber on it or wood to move nice and clean as well. I like to call this fishing. We stick a tool in there, we'll see what it feels like to see if it feels comfy and good, but the idea is to make sure we can get nice, big, wide pushes. All right, now we just want to make sure we're nice and accurate. Because if we push too hard, too fast, we can crack the paint. So we're just looking for micro movements as we roll this thing out. Moving a lot of metal. And I'm trying to hit that body line area first, because that's the part that's holding the most amount of tension. And after we move that, we can address the crowns and then clean up everything else. Just look at that shit just move so nice. No pokey pushes, nice wide pushes, beautiful. So I like where we're at with it. Red executioner tip, or tool. And then I was pushing it with the heel of it. So we're getting nice big wide pushes. And then it rolls right through it, rather than going with the sharp. Because we want to, the more metal we move together, the cleaner the repair, the faster we fix it. So no pokey pushes. But now I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit, and then we're going to address the crown work on it, and then we're gonna repeat what we just did. How we doing?
Doing. Trying to figure out how to make this shit work.
So one of my favorite sayings is, if you got a will, you got a way. And I got them. All right, they're doing great. Usually if one side's damaged, the other side's not. So if you're good at doing portrait drawings or good at visual stuff, you can always look at one side to the other to know what you need to do. So right here, we're in the sculpting phase. We're going to move crowns, we're gonna push up lows, and we're gonna look at one side and then gauge what the other side looks like to try to really dial it down. And the same idea with the push tool, we're gonna use a wide knockdown to move a lot of metal clean. Something just flew in my eye.
I got that in 4K.
Oh my gosh. It would be crazy if you saw what flew in my eye and it was like a little alien spaceship or something. And they just took them out. They're real, I told you they're real. When I'm hitting it, the hood is bouncing and flexing a lot. So what I want to do is I actually wanted to remove this into the area where I'm working, so whenever I'm hitting, I don't get as much movement out of the hood. So everything's nice and sturdy. You can just even hear the difference from the hit. Beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the heat gun back on, and then we're just gonna rinse and repeat till this dent's done. I might even go with a little bit more aggressive tool. So instead of the red one, we're gonna go with the yellow one because it's a little bit smaller. So when you're working with tight access tools, if you're using a tool that's really thick like that, you don't get as much movement. So when you go a little bit smaller, you can stick it in the hole and you can get more movement around in there to be a little bit more accurate. So I went from big wide knockdowns to a little bit little. VIP. This is a desert storm something, desert knockdown tip. The same idea. Like I said, you start off wide and you work your way down. Try to keep as much OEM texture and factory in there. You know what? I'm gonna become the Martha Stewart of PDR world. That's my goal.
There you go.
Put that on camera. Put that on there. Martha Stewart, here I come. All right, let's get a good look at this thing right here. Honestly, we pretty much knocked that one out. We're missing a screw.
That's busted.
You're busted.
Yeah.
We do a bolt and screw.
So the plastic piece that was on here is broken. So we're just trying to make it hold together.
So to get aluminum to move really, really nice, you have to get it hot. So I like aluminum at that 150, maybe even 200 mark, give or take what you're trying to work on. And so like this edge right now is at 170 to 160. It just keeps jumping around. Might need new batteries. But now that we got this nice and warm, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap the backside of this and try to get this edge lined up to the same shape. We might also try to pinch it. Like I was even thinking how we did the other hood, the wood. Oh.
On top of the hood. Or something like that.
Something like that. I can see if that works. Trying new things out. Not too shabby. Yeah, this is why I love PDR. There's so many different ways to do things, creativity, to use your tools. There's not really a right or wrong way. It's just how creative your mind can be to be able to utilize tools to get the job done. That's why I really love this job. Because I can push a dent out with a broomstick if the opening's there. And I've done that multiple times. So what that did right there is it allowed me to get the depth out on the edge. So now hopefully now I can go back in with my hammer and move everything pretty flush. The key is I really want to get this edge lined up before I start tackling the dent. Because once that is lined up, then everything else should start moving where it needs to move.